Okay, so this video is going to look at how to write a cohesive paragraph in a comparative discussion essay using a block structure. So you've already thought of your topic, you've done some research from credible websites, you found out some supporting information, you've organized it, you've written a kind of plan, and you've decided how you're going to structure your essay, and now we're looking at how to actually write a paragraph. So first, for a comparative discussion essay is basically when you're comparing something and discussing it. So you could be comparing two things. So for example, paper maps and GPS navigation systems. Or you could be talking about life with and without an invention, such as with driverless cars compared to just having conventional cars. So there are two kinds of structures normally for these essays. The first is the block method, where you have, I've got 4 paragraphs here, sometimes it is 5 paragraphs, possibly with 2 advantages or 2 paragraphs for disadvantages. But the main idea is you've got your introduction, which has background information. Your first body paragraph has the advantages of or benefits of one piece of technology or life with the technology. And then the next paragraph would be about the disadvantages of that technology or that thing, or disadvantages of having that in our lives. Okay, and then the conclusion would recap the main points and then just a brief summing up. Okay, so that's the method that we've looked at previously. Just to let you know, there is another way you can do it, which is the chain method, which we've not looked at so far in these videos. So again, you've got your introduction first, you've got a point of comparison. So for example, for driverless cars and conventional cars, maybe it's something like safety here. Then you would talk about both cars, driverless cars and conventional cars, the advantages and disadvantages with regards to safety. Then the second thing, you've got a point of comparison, a second point of comparison. So again, this would just be talking about both kinds of technologies or life with and without the new technology. So for example, here maybe you talk about efficiency. You could have 2 or 3 points of comparison, and then again the conclusion would be very similar. Okay, so we're going to look at writing a paragraph for the block structure essay, which is over here. So within your paragraph, you should have a clear topic sentence. This lets the reader know what they are going to read about. So in English, generally the topic sentence will be the first sentence of the paragraph, and it holds the whole paragraph together. So the reader knows from that first sentence the kinds of things they're going to read about. Okay, so your topic sentence should have a topic and a viewpoint about that topic. Okay, it should also be backed up with examples, explanations, and evidence. So the evidence, unfortunately, when you're doing research, we don't really care that much about what you think. You need to show us what the evidence is. So for that, you'll need in-text citations from reliable sources. For this kind of essay, when you're doing comparatives, a comparison, you'll need some kind of comparative grammar. So that's using things like comparatives, things like bigger, faster, comparing nouns, so things like more traffic jams, fewer traffic jams, and also linking words to show differences, things like however, on the other hand. In any academic writing, you should be using phrases for giving impersonal opinions. Again, very sadly, we don't care what you think, so you shouldn't be writing things like I think. So we'll look at a few phrases for this on another video or in the future. And as with every paragraph you write, there should be connections between sentences. So one sentence should lead naturally on to the next sentence. And of course, a variety of appropriate vocabulary. So you should try not to repeat the same word again and again unless there's a specific reason for doing so. Okay, so the first thing we spoke about was having a topic sentence. So this is the first sentence of a paragraph. It holds the whole paragraph together and it gives the reader the main idea. So here are 4 examples of topic sentences. All of them are about driverless cars. And basically 3 out of 4 have exactly the same information, just different ways of saying it. So the reason there's a few different ways of saying it is because to add variety in your essays. Okay, so a couple of things. Each topic sentence should have a topic. So in the topic sentence, it's driverless cars, and yeah, so this is about driverless cars. It should have a topic and a viewpoint. So the topic is driverless cars and driven cars. You could include that if you wanted to as well. And the viewpoint is that driverless cars function better in traffic for safety and efficiency. Again, the second topic sentence will have the same topic because these are just examples using the same ideas. Okay, the one which is slightly different is the third one because it gives us the topic, driverless cars and conventional cars, and it gives us the viewpoint that there are 2 main advantages. Here we don't actually know what the main advantages are. For me personally, I think it's nice to know what the advantages are in that topic sentence, so I prefer the other topic sentences here. These topic sentences can be adapted, they can be used in your own writing, so feel absolutely free to use the sentence structure from here. That is why it is here. Okay, this is an example of a paragraph for comparing paper maps to a GPS system. So all of these sentences are in the paragraph, but at the moment they're not in the right order. Okay, so you need to put these sentences in order. You will need to pause the video and then write down on a piece of paper the letters. My tip for you would be to find the topic sentence first. So what is the whole paragraph about? The topic sentence should give you the 2 main ideas within the paragraph. So the first idea in the topic sentence should ideally be the first idea in the paragraph. Second idea in the topic sentence should ideally be the second idea in the paragraph. And for each idea, you need some kind of explanation or examples. As you're doing this, I want you to think about how are you choosing your answers. Okay, so pause the video now and try and work out your answers. Okay, so did you pause the video or are you just cheating? It's really important you take the steps, you struggle a bit, and that is how we learn. So I'm going to go on to the next slide. I hope you have done this. Okay, so the first sentence is a topic sentence. So here we've got the topic, paper maps are superior to GPS navigation system. We've got the viewpoint as well, getting a better understanding of the area and taking on a personal challenge. So ideally, the next sentence is going to be something about getting a better understanding of the area, because that's the first idea in the topic sentence. So the next sentence is, Nagel argues that planning a route using paper maps helps drivers understand the layout of a place. So here, notice understand the layout of a place and understanding of the area. They are very similar ideas. Okay, we've got our in-text citation here with the name of the author, and we've got ND, which stands for no date. Okay, so the next sentence should build on this. This gives them a sense of appreciation and forces them to be aware of places of interest. This is quite an important word here, because what does this mean? This means planning a route using paper maps. Gives them a sense of appreciation and forces travelers to be aware of places of interest. So again, there is a connection between the different sentences here. Okay, and the next sentence, however. So there's some kind of linking word to show a difference. A GPS simply plans the most efficient route, and this means that drivers may not even be aware that they are close to other places which they would like to visit. So here we got some kind of comparison. So we've looked at both alternatives here. So we've looked at the paper maps, and now we've looked at the GPS as well. We got some comparison because we've used however, so it shows there's a difference. Okay, so, and we got the source again, so an in-text citation, the writer's name, and the year. Okay, so the next sentence, I think we've got a good argument here. So the next sentence goes on to the second idea. So the second idea about taking on a personal challenge. Notice here a couple of things. Succeeding in a challenge is similar to taking on a personal challenge. And we got another benefit of, so this tells the reader that we're going on to the second idea. If they're reading this quickly, as opposed to talking about it lots, this first sentence will already be in their mind, and they should know what the second idea is actually before you say it. So this is just serving as a reminder for them. Okay, so we got a bit more information about it. Using a paper map forces people to work together and use interpersonal skills. So that is our claim. And for some reason we got the same sentence twice, which is obviously some kind of mistake. So yes, we'll just move on quickly to the last sentence of the paragraph, which is, and especially how they can cope with potentially stressful situations such as getting lost. Okay, so this last sentence, I'm saying last sentence, it's the last clause, last part of the sentence, shows, just explains a bit more about overcoming a challenge and also gives an example. Okay, so we'll look at the paragraph together. There are a couple of things that are important to pick out here, some of which we've already gone over. Ones we've already spoken about. We've got the in-text citations, nego ND. We introduce somebody else's argument here, an in-text citation here with quotes 2014, and again down here with 2014. Okay, another thing we mentioned in green, we've got another benefit of. We could, if we wanted, have one benefit of earlier on in the paragraph. Okay, we got some kind of comparative structures. So superior, we got the most efficient route. So this is a superlative, and we got however as well, which links the ideas together to show that they are different. We also have the use of this a couple of times, and this helps to hold the paragraph together. And then earlier we spoke about impersonal opinions. So in red up here, it could be argued that is an example of an impersonal opinion. So if I say it could be argued that something is true, you don't know if I think it is true or not. It's just what could be argued. So in academic writing, especially when you're learning academic writing and you're not an expert yet, it's really important not to give your own opinion in the main body. Unfortunately, I'm not your mum or your dad or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and I don't care about your opinions. So you need to show me what the experts think. Okay, so that's just a quick look at a paragraph. This is the kind of thing we're expecting for your comparative discussion essay in the main body. So just to summarize again, you've got your clear topic sentence, so it's very clear, gets the reader ready. You back it up with examples, explanations, tell us why something is important or what causes it, and some kind of evidence with in-text citations. Ideally, we're looking for some kind of comparative grammar because it is a comparative discussion essay. And any academic writing, again, we need impersonal opinions, like it could be argued, it's widely accepted that. Always we need connections between sentences to bring the paragraph together, and we just want a variety of appropriate vocabulary. So for example, things like superior is just slightly more academic than better. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff we want for your paragraph. If you can do this, it will be a great essay. Okay, thank you.